Oh, delightful. This is one of my favorite white wines. This is the Frenzy 2019 Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. For the love of God, the minute I start filming, all the construction starts. Why? I felt like this was appropriate today. I'm giving you a very springy situation. I'm giving you a very light, airy situation in the dead of winter. The reason being is because I am lucky enough to be on Rare Beauty's PR, and they sent me their new Stay Vulnerable collection. And guys, this collection is so up my alley. It's what we need right now. It's just a breath of fresh air. So let's get into it. Here she is. Look at how big and gorgeous she is. It's kind of like a vintage hat box. So I'm gonna pop the top off. I have opened this already, okay? None of this is a surprise at this point. So the first thing you see when you open it up is this beautifully done sort of flip through pamphlet book that has Selena Gomez's gorgeous face on the front, and it tells you all about the new collection. Then when you put that aside, there's the new collection. I mean, that's frame worthy right there. That's beautiful in and of itself. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through the collection, and then I'm going to do swatches and a try on and a final look for you. The final look is just going to be one of the 5 shades, because obviously I can't wear all the shades at the same time on my face. But before I get into all the shades and all that good stuff, I have to show you what's on the second level of this. I honestly, this is gonna take me 5 hours to film this. Look at how like sleekly that pulls out. Like, what's even happening? So this is her crossbody makeup bag, which is so cute and clever. This is a makeup train case that you can throw over your shoulder, letting you go hands-free while toting your essentials in style. I just think this is so clever, and as a person who has spent a lot of my life traveling for what I do, this is just ingenious. Look at how vintage, how retro it is. It's so cute. You get this little handheld mirror, which I can't tell you that comes in handy, because I did makeup freelance for a while, and you always need just like a really handy, small, nice mirror. So that's the top level, and then there's a second layer here, and it has an area that you can put your makeup brushes in, or really whatever you want. But I just think this is so cute, and I think the price is right for this. $35, that's real decent. So the strap hasn't kind of like settled yet, because I just pulled it out of the case and put it on the bag. I'm gonna just put it over my bod, and I'm ready to go. I just have to say, I really want to thank Rare Beauty, because I'm tiny. I'm a micro influencer, right? And the fact that I am on their list, that they have set aside certain micro influencers that they want to send this lovely PR to, it just really speaks volumes for what their company's about. I also want to mention something that I think is really special about Rare Beauty, and it's the fact that they have something called the Rare Impact Fund. The Rare Impact Fund was launched as a part of Rare Impact with the goal of raising $100 million over the next 10 years to help give people access to mental health services. Ever since their very first sale, 1% of their annual Rare Beauty sales will go directly to the Rare Impact Fund. I just think that's so cool. I just am totally in love with Rare Beauty, and it's not just because they sent me PR, because when I first got into Rare Beauty, I wasn't sent anything. I bought it all on my own, and I loved it. I absolutely loved almost every single product I tried. Okay, so now let's get into the makeup products. I'm going to give you all the details, the price, the idea, the concept behind the collection, all that good stuff. So you've got Nearly Neutral, Nearly Rose, Nearly Berry, Nearly Mauve, and Nearly Apricot. So basically how I'm going to go about this is I'm going to swatch one on one side of my face, one on the other, do that again. So we cover 4 of the shade ranges, and then I will choose one to do a finished look with at the end. So I'm opening up the first page of the booklet here, and I just want to read to you what it says. Okay, this is from Selena Gomez. It says, "This collection celebrates the soft, flushed look we get when we feel the most vulnerable. I love how easy these formulas are, easy to apply, easy to wear, easy to get a fresh, fresh look that lets your real self shine through. I cannot think of something that is more attractive to me in terms of makeup than that I just read. Also, just know that I am going to be doing like a very monochromatic situation. Like I'm going to be wearing all of the nearly apricot or, you know, all the nearly nude, but you can totally mix and match these things. That's just what I'm doing for efficiency's sake. So I think the finished look is going to be with the nearly apricot. Big surprise, right? Like the head wrap I'm wearing, the fact that I love like a coral apricot situation. I'm going to start with nearly neutral. And I'm going to go ahead and just tell you a little bit about each of these three products. This is the liquid eyeshadow, which is a quick and easy eyeshadow that goes from liquid to powder in seconds for a soft, seamless wash of color that lasts. It is blending beautifully with just my finger, although there is a brush that I'm going to pull out in just a second. I'm going to use that as well just to see how that applies. Wow, I am so impressed with how easily this is blending out. Okay, I'm not watching Bridgerton, but from what I've seen of it and what I've heard about the aesthetic of it, this is giving me Bridgerton vibes. Okay, so just for comparison, just for a frame of reference, these are reminding me a lot of the Glossier Sky Wash, except the Rare Beauty is way better. This blends gorgeously. The Glossier Sky Wash, not as much. You kind of have to work with a little bit more. And the liquid eyeshadows retail for $20. I'm obsessed with the packaging of the blush. This is next level. It is so satisfying to hold in my hand. This is, of course, the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush. This is a breakthrough mistake-proof liquid-like cream blush that melts into a second skin for the most natural-looking flush you can't mess up. I just feel like I want to bite into that. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just want to go, oh my God, I literally feel like I'm putting my fingers into a pat of butter. And also, it should be noted that I do have a very light base on today. I have a little bit of base, concealer, and powder on, but not a whole lot. I wanted to keep it really nice and natural. Oh my God. Wow. I have to say the nearly neutral is probably like the one I was least excited about. I take it back. It's gorgeous. Wow. Wow, that is stunning. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, okay? So if you're already annoyed or something, just click off because you get used to it. Dat Blush Dough. The melting blush retails for $21. Now we're moving on to the glossy lip balm. So it's interesting. These are actually, depending on what product you choose, even though they're all nearly neutral, they're all described a little bit differently. So this nearly neutral in the lip gloss form is described as a soft neutral pink. Let me see what it said for the blush. I actually didn't pay attention to that. Okay, that's interesting. So the blush and the lip gloss are described in the same way, but the liquid eyeshadow is described as a warm neutral beige. I really like that because if you do want to do a monochromatic look, it's not like exactly the same. Okay, so moving on to the glossy lip balm. This is like a lip mask in a gloss. This ultra shiny balm cushions lips with soft, nourishing color that's all slick, no stick. I don't detect any scent. If that bothers you, I don't smell anything. Also, it really is like a balm. I feel like I put like something very nourishing on my lips, but it has just the right amount of juiciness. I love it. Wait, I just realized I did my whole face with one shade. I got carried away. Damn it. What am I doing? Kate, think. Well, now you see what a full face of nearly neutral looks like. Jeez Louise, I'm terrible at this. I'm just excited, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go take this off and then we're gonna move on to other shades. I truly apologize if my camera keeps moving around. I have a lot of juggling over here. Next shade we're moving on to is Nearly Rose, and I am going to do this only on one half of my face. We cannot make this a 2-hour video. So here is the liquid eyeshadow in Nearly Rose. This is described as a soft tea rose pink, and it really does dry down to a nice velvety matte. That is really, really lovely. Moving on to the, moving on to the melting blush in Nearly Rose. So this is described as a true pink. Again, a little bit, a little bit different from how they describe the eyeshadow shade. Okay, Aspen Cheeks, got it. Oh, no, I like almost put it on my other cheek. We're not doing that. It's so hard for me not to do my whole face. That is really, really beautiful. That is definitely like Ingenue Cherub Cheek Flush. And moving on to the Glossy Lip Balm, I think I forgot to tell you how much this retails for. This is $18. This is described as a flushed pink, so again, a little bit different description. Just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Okay, so this is Nearly Rose, take it in. Okay, so now we're moving on to, oh, this is exciting. This is Nearly Berry, and this is the eyeshadow, and it is described as a rich berry. So I'm gonna use the brush to blend this one. Let me tell you a little bit about the brush. So this is the Stay Vulnerable All Over Eyeshadow Brush. It is a brush for easy all over blending with a unique dense angled shape that mimics your fingertip for max control. Ooh, it's like a finger. And this retails for $15. Okay, so here we go with Nearly Berry, which is a rich berry. Ooh, girl, she pigmented. This is actually quite helpful for me at this point because my nails are so long that it's really hard for me to get like into the nooks and the crayons. But I actually feel like I like the way it looks better when you blend it with your finger, I'm finding. I mean, the brush is really nice, but I like that the finger, you know, you have a little bit of warmth. I feel like it just blends it better. I feel like this is kind of a Luke, this shade. I wouldn't gravitate toward it. It's a little bit too like cranberry pink eye reddish, but I mean, I think depending on your skin tone, it might look really gorgeous. I just feel like it looks like I have a disease a little bit. Still pretty, probably wouldn't pick it. And then moving on to the blush. Woo! These just look like, don't they look like gems just packaged perfectly? And this is described as a deep berry. Love that blush shade. All the blushes are doing it for me, and the lips, and mostly the eyeshadows, except I'm not really a fan of that one. So I just removed the other shade of lip balm I had on, and I'm going to put on the Nearly Berry, which is described as a soft berry. Oh, it just glides on, damn. That is gorgeous. I love that too. Okay, so we have two more shades. I'm going to devote a full face to each one of them because I screwed up how I was doing this. So you're welcome. You're gonna get to see what they look like on an entire face. Okay, so this is the liquid eyeshadow in Nearly Mauve, and this is described as a soft mauve. Okay, so this is kind of like a middle ground to me between that berry shade and the neutral one. I like this. Moving on to the cream blush that they describe as True Mauve. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm just like, all the blushes are doing it for me. So it's kind of just like, take your pick. Yeah, I mean, get all these blushes. I don't know what else to say. These are the most melty, easily blendable cream blushes I think I have ever, that's hard. It's really hard, but I don't know how you could do any better than this. And then we have the lip gloss in a soft mauve. I also really think you can't go wrong with any of the glossy lip balms. I just think they would be flattering on damn near every skin tone. So this is the finished look with soft mauve. And then we're gonna move on to the final shade, which is Nearly Apricot, which is going to be a finished look, which basically just means I'm gonna put on some mascara. Okay, I'm very excited to try this. This is again Nearly Apricot, and this is the eyeshadow. It is described as a soft coral, totes a Cate shade. Okay, I think that's really pretty. Now we're moving on to the blush, and this is described as a muted coral. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is just the perfect peach. Whoo! And then last but not least, this is the glossy lip balm in soft coral. I'm just going to step away, put on some mascara, and then I'll be back for my final thoughts. Okay guys, so again, this is the finished look using the Nearly Apricot, and I just have to say, overall, I am so impressed and excited about this collection. Mostly everything, in my opinion, is really flattering, really easily blendable, so easy to use. The only thing I didn't really love for me was the liquid eyeshadow in the berry shade. It was just a little bit too, it just didn't really come complement my skin tone, and I felt like it looked a little bit harsh and it was a little harder to blend because it was more pigmented and darker. But honestly, I really loved everything else. I really loved the eyeshadow in the neutral shade. I just think that was the easiest to apply. And then as far as those damn blushes, buy them all. Just buy them up and buy them all because they're all so stunning. They're literally, I cannot believe how buttery they are. It's literally like I stuck my fingers in a warm pat of butter. And the glossy balms are lovely. They're lovely. They're all, again, really flattering. They literally feel like I have like my Laneige lip mask on, honestly. So, I mean, if you're into like a really nourishing product with like a really beautiful tint, I highly suggest those. I just love what she did with this whole collection. I love the whole vibe of it. It's totally up my alley. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you to Rare Beauty again for sending me this amazing collection. I feel so grateful. The other thing I'd like to mention is that I have brand new merch out. It is Don't Be a Mascaran merch. I'm so excited about the art on this design. I hired Rachel Flannery, who also did the artwork for a piece of my favorite murder merch. She's phenomenal, and this design is cute as hell and totally relevant. It comes in premium hoodies, premium tri-blend t-shirts, and also mugs. So go check it out. I'm going to link that in the description box below, as well as the entire collection I spoke about today. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for my happy hour live stream. I do them every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So be there or be square, and cheers till next time.